It's Wednesday, you know what time it is. It's time for the MCN. And let's see what's happening in the crazy topsy-turvy world of Marvel Contest of Champions, shall we? So first of all, we've got some quick fire information for a lot of you. Sinister versus Rhino issue. Okay. I think that Rhino's incoming bleed has 75% chance, 75% reduced chance in his kit affecting Sinister because he isn't getting bleeds on himself after heavy charging against Rhino, which shouldn't happen because he's bleeding himself, not against Rhino. Interesting. Something that Kabam will be looking into. Have you experienced this? Well, it could be fixed if you've done this interaction. Next up, and to my surprise, and something good to see, was a post by the Analyzer. So OG Marvel Contest Champions YouTube watchers will know exactly who the Analyzer is. Of course, recently, well, I say recently, in the last couple of years, poor lad got knocked down. Like, he got knocked down. I think he was like doing a delivery job and got knocked down by somebody, just kind of like just plowed into him. He's recovered, but it's like it's sucks because it really kind of took a toll on him. But it's good to see him out and about. But this interests me, piqued my interest. This video. This is loud noises. Marvel Contest of Champions. Yes, you've probably seen it before. The arcade. What was it called? It's called something, isn't it? I should know this. Like what this is actually called. I know it's like an arcade machine, but I think they give it like a technical name. Cabinet. So for those shouting out at home, a cabinet, yes. So you can see here. So this is the Marvel Contest of Champions arcade version cabinet. The main thing that I wanted to point out from this is that it does say Series 2. Apparently this year, now I could be wrong it being actually this year, but I've seen a few kind of like entries online that it was like between like February this year and a little bit later or a little bit before that they did Series 2. So they've added in 25 new champions into this. These are still like, it means that you can get like more cards as a result of this. So for those that collect the cards. So it's good to see that Kabam are still allowing this. I assume this is done as a licensee thing. So with the company that I work with at the moment, licensing out stuff is something that just goes on, so much discussion about it. So I can imagine Kabam give out a license fee for it, or there's like a sub-license fee of some description for this to be built, or Kabam work with the company to have these created. Either way, this is at Dave and Bus stores exclusively. So anybody that's, I want to say like it's an American thing to have Dave and Buster's. I've definitely seen the Series 1 version or the OG version of this, but Series 2 is exciting. So have you played Series 2? Do you have a Dave and Bus stores near you? Well, go play it, or don't. Your choice. Or play with a fight stick with a PC version. Next up, and shout out to Cat Murdoch. We've got an amazing infographic right here on some of the new and same and whatever champions that have been added to the raid options. I'd say very delayed. I was hoping to do a raid based coverage, but of course the situations that happened with family stuff on Monday meant that was not possible. For those looking for an update, maybe on like what situation my dad is, it's recovery. Really, it's going to take some time. This because it's a second stroke in the last 2 years. Is something that we just got to wait and see really on what the aftercare will be, because this is second stroke now, so it's not great, and it doesn't get easier. So there's a lot of talk, a lot of planning, but for him it's a lot of recovery. So yeah, nothing to really update you on with that one, but we've been here before. We've done it. So it's just a recovery situation, right? Without repeating myself again. Shout out to Cat Murdoch, amazing infographic right here. Let's go over the various different roles, shall we? So there is information here on all of these champions. If you haven't gone in just yet, then you have the option, don't you, to kind of like go in depending on your role, depending on what champion you're going to choose, and depending what you're going to choose from your buff and how you plan to raid further and build your further, and of course help out others with their role charges. But the role boosts, of course, are the most important things. I know that I am Vanguard, so I am without my Silk, but I am with my Hulk. So that might be a champion I choose, or maybe not, and I might go in a different direction. Depending on what's available. I might like the idea of anti-venom. However, let's just say I am thinking about Baron Zemo and going clean moves. Let's just be honest right here. Why is that? Well, we'll do you know what? We'll just jump to it right now. So I think it was it Imi or Imai sent this on Discord. I don't know if that is indeed the case to say that there is. I'm not going to read out that because that's like 180.5 quadruple flipper blah blah illion damage. So that's a lot of it's a lot of zeros. You know, that's a lot of zeros. I ain't doing that, man. I ain't doing that. But 2.5 what was that? 2.5 million. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, okay, right, fine. Whatever that is. It's a lot of damage. I don't think it's the same damage there. But yeah, maybe Baron Zemo could be an option for you. Maybe not. Tactician-wise, there's some good champions within here. America Chavez, Serpent. Isophene can be in some various different types. Nullbreak and Vicious Placebo. We've also got Medusa there. Oh, Medusa. 7-star Medusa. Very nice. We need a 7-star Hulkling, don't we, quite badly. And yeah. Spider-Woman, possibly, if you want to. But there's some champions there. And did we cover? We covered Vanguard and we covered Assault, which of course has some great champions in. Rintra, I don't know. Rintra was kind of, good for Prowess Ender. I know some people have kind of showed me some footage on that behalf. They're like, Rich, you should use this. Oh, okay, fine. All right, calm down. We've all had a drink. North Star, it'd be good to see some North Stars broken out, but yeah, it's good to see. I am also seeing some reports about some bugged anti-venom interactions. So if you've had that particular interaction, it's important to let Kabam know. I'll put a link to this in the description. But it looks like some players have had some interactions that have just kind of like lagged out, or kind of like bugged out. I don't know if this was resolved overnight, because a lot of this was posted very early on in the morning, and I travel for work a lot of the time on Tuesdays, so this didn't look like it got an answer. That's what I've been chasing at the moment. I've just been seeing if we had any answers to any of the posts and things and stuff that Kabam have, were raising any kind of problems to. And currently the answer is no. So there might be something overnight that Kabam might kind of answer, but let's just face it, at the moment, so no answer just yet. That's all we're going to end on the show is this. The Kabam have put together their program for the Summoners Fest. There hasn't been any indication from this, like what the live streams are going to be. And I was hoping to see at least some kind of like information about what the live stream structure would look like. But ultimately, there's nothing really there. There's stuff for people going. There's some fun things. What should we point out that's relevant and interesting for our coverage? And what I'm going to be doing a live reaction and doing live stream, so you can come on by to the live stream, chill out, chat. We can talk about stuff, answer questions. But I need to find out what the live streams are going to be. Champion Design Workshop sounds cool. Writer's Room sounds like something to do with Law Corner. Dev Q&A, that may be an in-person thing rather than the live streams, unless Kabam is showcasing. I would say that because of where the Battle Realm Brawl semi-finals are, whether or not you're looking to attend it or not, that might be live stream. So the indication would be that we do, because it says Summoners Fest tonight, it may be like that's the live stream there that goes from 10 a.m. and goes all the way through to 3:30 p.m. Now, that would be interesting. That's a long time. That's 5.5 hours of potential live streaming and back and forths. And I don't know what this one would be here. MCOC, the evolution begins. So this might be when the Kabam are announcing the next kind of like stuff. But for me, evolution is all about improvements, and you need to get the stuff right. The AI, the quality of life improvements, all that stuff needs to be kind of like addressed. That's kind of important to me. And there's, of course, a lot of stations. There is, of course, on the main, providing the main stage is the live stream stuff, then that is the Saturday. On the Sunday, however, we've got more fun stuff. I don't know, that might be new announcements at 10 a.m. PST time. And then at 11 a.m. to 11:45 p.m., Who Wants to Be a Summoner? That actually sounds quite fun. That could be a fun thing. I do like a bit of fun. And then we've got 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Another live set of live. Well, I don't know if this will be live streamed. It should be live streamed, but it's the beginning and ending point of it. Apart from that, if you're attending in person, a lot of this stuff is relevant to if you're going. But if you're not, of course, like myself, you're like, well, what's going on? What's something that I can look forward to? What's something that I can kind of like, drive talking points about? What's stuff that I'm personally interested? Rich is interested. What are you interested in finding out more? And that's something that there's not much in the way of meat to this. It's just kind of like vegetables. Okay, we're having a dinner together, but you're just getting a bit of vegetables. Fun. Well, that's fine because, I might be vegetarian or vegan or something. Yeah, well, I like meat. I like a bit of meat. I like a nice bit of beef. But there's no beef there. All right, okay. Any fish? Nah, no fish. Okay. Was there any booze or anything like that? Nah, there's no booze. Just vegetables. Right. Well, what's the full menu? Give me the full menu. I don't want appetizers. I want a full menu. I want to dine. It's a banquet event. And there's no food at it, or limited food at it. There's some crackers there. Some like not white people, by the way. None of that. No, I don't want to talk about that stuff. But well, it might be. Everyone could be there. Oh, I was gonna say all ages and races, real sweet faces. Spanish, Haitian, Indian, Jamaican, black, Cuban, Haitian. As a Will Smith song. Are we allowed to sing Will Smith song? Are we allowed to sing Miami in 2025? I don't know. You might get slapped. Doom slapped. Or Smith slapped. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm off to sing Miami by Will Smith. If you don't know the song, you don't get the reference. And that's sad for you on a Wednesday. Anyway, tatty buys.